Was LaVar right to tear down his youngest son in front of the world while you stood? Here's the funny thing about this, right? Is this this makes no sense. Right? This to me is one of these takes that people have that like on the surface, right? You would on the surface, right? You would I could hear what you're saying, right? If you had no other context, right? If you never met LaVar Ball, if you never seen him and LaMelo interact, if you never did a bunch of these other things and you saw him describe who he thinks is the best brother, then like I could see maybe where you could put that together. I could see how if you I don't know. I really can't because I don't even think he said nothing to tear LaMelo down at all. What I can tell you is that I would ask you this. If you heard, I don't think that when LaVar talks about LaMelo, I don't think that there's nothing that he says about the boys and how they play basketball that they haven't heard their whole entire life. Facts. I don't think that there's nothing about LaVar Jello is my middle child. I will tell you this. I watch Deion Sanders, right? You can go to Deion Sanders his Instagram and he does child rankings all of the time. His son, his oldest brother, he'll tell his daughter, you fell off the rankings. You're number 5 on my list. He'll say to the oldest one, you moved up. You called me on my birthday. You came by here to my, you came by all of this stuff all of the time. It's part of what they do. It's the ranking. And you could go through and they do it all of the time. It's part of their dynamic. So him saying LaMelo will be the best eventually because he played versus different competition versus LiAngelo, who has the potential to be the best because he's the biggest and the strongest. It's not slighting your child. It's just speaking from what you think is experience. It's speaking the way that y'all speak to each other. I think that there's this contingent of folks who like just don't like LaVar. And so for them, you want to make everything about something that it's not about. And my man say, AB, do you speak to your child like that? Like what? Here's what I'll tell you. My son plays karate, right? Not plays karate, does karate, fights. And after every time, what I do is I go through what you could have done better. Bro, you got to move. You got to move. If you don't do this, you're going to get knocked out. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. With reading, bro, you got to read. You got to do this. There are things that I tell my son and make him do on a daily basis, and he hates it. He hate it. I be like, bro, you cannot play these video games in my house all day unless and if you're going to do that, you gotta like live stream it, record it, learn how to edit the videos. You gotta do that. And he hate it. He just want to chill and sit around and do something. And I'm always talking to him and motivating him in that way. It's just a fact. That's just the way if you're a dad, things operate sometimes. You have to say things that motivate your kids in a way. And most of y'all probably don't get that.